For day 17 of the December marathon, we will be giving you guys WrestleMania 42 early predictions. Let's kick things off. So you are going to be taking over night 1, and I'll be having night 2, and you also have the SmackDown champions, and I have the Raw Tag Team champions. So yeah, I guess you can go first.
Alright, so my first one, I'm going to kick off with something that we pretty much know is going to happen. We don't know, I guess, if it's going to happen at WrestleMania necessarily. But I do have Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor. And I have a loser leaves Judgment Day stipulation on this match. And I think that would be a pretty cool one where the Raw after WrestleMania would set up really good storylines for everyone involved in Judgment Day. Where you have to kind of pick sides for one another. With Roxanne go to Dom's side since she kind of had a thing for him. Or would she go to Finn since he's the one who brought him in. And there's a whole lot of things you could play off of with that story. So that's my first one.
Yeah, I think Dom and Finn have to have some type of match in the near future to kind of finish off their business. But yeah, I do like the loser leaves Judgment Day. For me, though, I'm going to kick off with my Women's Intercontinental Championship match. And this is going to be a ladder match where I'm going to have Roxanne Perez go in as the champion. And she will take on Lyra Valkyria, Asuka, Stephanie Vaquer, Bayley, and AJ Lee. A lot of big names for a title that is still pretty new. It's going to be a little over a year at WrestleMania. So yeah, I think it deserves some type of big match. And I think a ladder match is something that we haven't really seen in the women's division as of late, besides obviously the Money in the Bank match. So yeah, I think a ladder match could be really fun. All these people could do some crazy thing. Roxanne with some pop rocks off a ladder onto another ladder or something like that. And yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff you can do. And yeah, all these women deserve to be on this card, which is a hard thing about picking out what you think is going to happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for sure. But my number 2 match for this card is going to be another one that's pretty obvious is going to happen, but we just don't know when it's going to happen. Could be as soon as Rumble, could be WrestleMania, could be after WrestleMania, but it's going to be Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss. Now, obviously, they're a tag team right now. They were previously the tag team champions. They kind of came back and just recovered this tag team division completely, and now the tag team women's division is getting a whole lot of focus right now. All the big stars are wrapped up in that tag team division. You got Rhea, Io, Lyra, Bayley, the Kabuki Warriors. So it's very stacked right now, and that's all pretty much because of what Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss has done for it. So I have them feuding with each other for whatever reasons because they're not friends, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely are going to have another situation similar to Dom and Finn where they eventually have to have that one-on-one. So, yeah, I definitely like that. For me, I'm going to go to the tag team division now, where we recently got the announcement that Jey Uso will be part of the tag team division. His singles career is basically over now. And I have him going in to WrestleMania as the tag team champions, as the Usos, going against the Lucha Brothers. I think this is a match that WWE would love to do, 2 brother tag teams. It's a kind of, I don't know when the last time we had that, if we've had that, like real brother tag teams. So yeah, I think this would be a really cool match. Penta's had an incredible year, and Rey Fenix has had an unfortunate year, so he kind of deserves something, while Penta has been working his ass off, putting on phenomenal performances every week. So he also deserves something as well.
Yeah. And then for my third one, I have the Women's U.S. Championship match, and that's going to be Jordynne Grace versus Raquel Rodriguez. Now, this is, obviously, there's no story built between these people at all. Jordynne Grace is part of the NXT roster at the moment, but she's someone who could come up, win championships, and do that very easily and quickly, in my opinion, because she is just that believable, that good, and everything about her would be great. And I think Raquel Rodriguez is someone who could match her in size, and they could play off of that a little bit going into their match. But yeah, obviously, Chelsea Green is the champion right now, so that would mean she would have to lose before then, so maybe Jordynne Grace could kind of take her out around Elimination Chamber time or something.
Yeah, I like that. For me, I also have an NXT person getting called up through a match, and this person is going to be going against Becky Lynch. She's somebody who also has to be on this WrestleMania card after her great year with the Intercontinental Champion. And for me, I'm going to go with a former and current NXT Women's World Champion, Jacy Jayne. She's somebody who I think will be getting called up sometime in 2026, whether that is at WrestleMania, before, way after, who knows, but I do think she will be on the main roster by the end of 2026. And yeah, I think versus Becky Lynch to kick things off would be a phenomenal entrance. Becky has typically worked well with a lot of the younger women down in NXT, like Tiffany Stratton, for example. And yeah, I think this match would be no different. It'd be a great one. And yeah, I think Becky deserves something at WrestleMania, and unfortunately she doesn't make a world title match. I think some type of big match for somebody else would be cool for her.
Yeah. And I'm going to go to my tag division now, and I'm going to go with the women's tag team titles, and that is going to be a TLC match with Rio, Kabuki Warriors and Bailey and Lyra. I feel like this is just going to be the women's recreation of the Jeff Hardy, Dudley's, Edge, and Christian match, something of that nature. Just a lot of the big stars getting together to do something special, and on WrestleMania it'd be even more special. So yeah, something pretty simple, something they're building towards right now already anyway, so why not?
Yeah, I like that. For me now, I'm going to go back to the Intercontinental Champion, but now with the men's. I'm going to have AJ Styles going in as the Intercontinental Champion, and he'll be taking on Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser, or I guess El Grande Americano, depending on what is going on at that time. But yeah, I think this will be a very fun match. Sheamus is somebody who I would want to win that match to finally get that Grand Slam champion accomplishment for him. And yeah, he's somebody who definitely deserves that. AJ Styles, again, somebody who's going to be on his last year more than likely. And then Kaiser, who could also get a sneaky win after all the great work he's doing, kind of picking up where Chad Gable left off with El Grande.
Yeah, and I'm going to stay with the tag team division in mind, and that is going to be the Wyatts versus the Tongas. Now, obviously, every WrestleMania has that one dud match, that one slow match, and that is going to be this for that. But at least with this, the Wyatts would have an amazing WrestleMania interest, or at least that's what we would hope. But that'd be very cool moment for them to pay some sort of tribute to Bray Wyatt, or whatever the case may be with them wanting to do something towards that. But as well as the Tongas, because they've been doing some good work, I guess. And Solo Sikoa, he had a really good match versus Gunther. He had a really good match versus Dolph Ziggler. So he is on a pretty good streak right now. So maybe he can come up and get some kind of tag team title or something of that nature.
I like that. For me, I'm going to be reigniting a feud between two guys who we thought we'd be feuding either this year or last year, and that's going to be between Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. I think they won't be in some type of world title match or some type of title match this year, so I have them going against each other in a big last man standing match. And yeah, I think this would just be a way to kind of give them something and a big moment to kind of have some big things happen in that match, but also get them enough time to, be saying they were at WrestleMania still. You can't leave those two guys off the card, I think.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with a big one for this one. This is the men's U.S. champion, Ilya Dragunov, is the current champion, and I'm just going to go ahead and give us the green match, or the dream match with Ilya Dragunov versus Gunther for the U.S. Championship. I feel like that would just be a banger match, something that, it really can't go wrong. That match isn't going to be bad. It's nearly impossible that it is. And yeah, this is just the match that everyone been hoping for. Obviously, they're separated by Raw and SmackDown at the moment, but there's a lot of ways to get around that. They always seem to get around it anyway, so why not?
Yeah, I like that. For me, I'm going to go to my Women's World Championship match. And this is one that I don't necessarily want, to be honest, but it's something I do think that might happen. And that's going to be between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan for the World Champion. The feud felt like it never finished, really. So I think they're going to have one more match. And I think that match will be at WrestleMania. Both deserve some type of match at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan just recently returning at Survivor Series. So, yeah, she'll definitely have something going on, whether she goes in and wins the Royal Rumble or Chamber to get this type of match. Who knows? But yeah, I do have Rhea versus Liv for probably the last time for quite some time.
And you went with your Women's World Championship, so I will go with mine. That's going to be Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. Something, once again, that everyone wants. There's been an injury that's been holding Bianca back for a very long time, unfortunately. Something as simple as a finger injury has took her out for nearly a year at this point. But yeah, we miss her very much, and I think this would be a great way to put her right back in, and put her right back in that world title division. Her versus Jade. We got this new heel Jade who's kind of a badass, and everyone seems to love her, including myself. So I think that versus the super babyface Bianca that she is would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a few years now since Bianca last held gold for over, quite some time. So yeah, she definitely deserves a big year in 2026. But for me, for my World Heavyweight Championship, the main event of night 2 for me is going to be Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker for the World Heavyweight Champion. Whether or not Seth Rollins will be back at WrestleMania at this point, who knows? But I think if he is back, and if Braun Breaker's healthy, Braun Breaker will get a main event match, I think. I think it'll be against Seth Rollins. It makes sense. The vision kind of started at the beginning, or at the end of last year's WrestleMania, at the Raw After Mania. So, to end here, Braun Breaker getting a big win, winning his first World Heavyweight Champion, I think will be a nice touch. And, yeah, who knows how that we get there. Obviously, CM Punk's the current champion. Braun Breaker has the next opportunity. So, yeah, like I said, don't know how you get there, but, yeah, I feel like Seth Rollins will weasel his way in to some big type of match.
Now, Seth Rollins could be the masked man. Everyone knows he's he's injured right now, but there's always ways to work around that injury to make it still be Seth Rollins regardless. So yeah, I do definitely like that match. But going into my final match, my undisputed Men's World Championship is Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. Now this is a big dream match, two of the biggest stars in the company. And yeah, they kind of teased this already at Survivor Series with Cody Rhodes slapping CM Punk, or I forget exactly what it was, but he did something to CM Punk at the very beginning when he first came in. He hit him or whatever. So yeah, they kind of teased it already. This is something that everyone wants. They're two of the biggest stars. Punk has a title, Cody has a title. It only takes one of them to drop to make this match happen, and I feel like the breadcrumbs are there for you to put together, so why not?
Yeah, I mean, this year at WrestleMania, I think it's going to be really interesting to see who falls where and who makes it onto the card and who doesn't. But yeah, that is all of our predictions for WrestleMania 42. Let us know some of your guys' predictions down in the comments below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and catch you guys in the next one.